Hello people! So, I just wanted to make a video showing how I solve the Fisher cube, sort of. I use the Friedrich method, or the CFOP method, CFOP, that's cross F2L, first two layers, OLL, orient the last layer, and PLL, permute the last layer. I wanted to show how I can use that in order to solve everything on this cube. Now, were you to do that normally, and then you were to do either the white and yellow face as the top or the bottom faces, and you orient these during your F2L, or your cross, rather, you can solve it almost completely for sure, except sometimes you might have one of these centers that's out of alignment and might be rotated 190 degrees. So I wanted to just show off a video about how I fix those using algorithms from CFOP or the Friedrich method. If you don't use CFOP or the Friedrich method, don't worry. This only requires 2 algorithms, 3 to do it perfectly, but there's most likely more efficient ways of doing it that don't involve these algorithms. I'm just showing off how I do this. Anyway, so if you need to get this rotated 180 degrees, which let me show you what that looks like. As you can see, this needs to be rotated 180 degrees. It's flush with the cube, but it's not correct. If you need to flip a center 180 degrees, what you want to do is you want to make that centerpiece be on your top face. You can make any other face your front face, although I usually prefer to do it something like this, just for reasons I don't know why, I just always do. And then you want to do T-perm twice. Once the first time, you will get it to be scrambled, and then the second time you'll fix the scrambling, and this will also be fixed. So. And I've done T-perm twice, and now you can see that this center is now completely solved, and so is the rest of the cube. Now sometimes you run into a situation like this, where it's rotated only 90 degrees. It's not flush with the cube, it's still somewhat shape-shifted. Now, it can either be this way, or with the green and the red being on opposite sides. Of course, you can also do this with any of the other faces for these shape-modded faces. This is the one I'm showing off for my example. What you want to do here is you want to put this on the right side, and then you want to do a U-perm. Now, if you don't know what a U-perm or T-perm is, I'll have links to speedsolving.com, the wiki, there to show you the algorithms that you need to do. Now, you can use both U-perms, and the U-perm that does these clockwise will make this turn counterclockwise, and vice versa. However, you only technically have to do one of those, because then if you have this flipped 180 degrees, well, you can just do the T-perm to it. Anyway, let me show you what it'll look like if I were to do the wrong one and make this need 180 degree rotation. And as you can see, now this needs 180 degree rotation because I didn't flip it the right way, but of course we know how to deal with this. You just do T-perm twice. And there you go, now that the cube is completely solved. So this is just a quick little tutorial showing how you can use permutations to solve those faces without actually having to learn any new algorithms. I know some people try to learn new algorithms or don't know how to do that. I just experimented a bunch and I found out that using those 3 or 2 algorithms works every single time, as long as you have this being your top face when you're doing the U-perm. Although this also works for your top face, but as you can see there's a center rotation there because this is custom signed. That I'd like to keep oriented that way, so I'm not going to use that as my top face, I'll use this on my top face. But it doesn't really matter, you can use either one to be the top face. Anyway, I hope that was helpful to some people, or at least enlightening to some people, and I'll see you guys next time.
What?